Hey you guys, my name is Carolyn. I'm a transformational life coach. And in this video, I'm going to talk to you about improving your self-identity to attract the man you want. But before I get into it, please like this video and subscribe to my channel and definitely comments below. Self-identity is basically how you identify yourself. Pretty straightforward, right? It's how you see yourself, and it's based on your values and morals and what you consider yourself to be as a person. Okay, so when it comes to dating, in regards to what you've been attracting, your self identity has dictated that because the results you're getting are a reflection of how you see yourself. You could lie, or you could say nothing, like change the subject, like, oh my God, I gotta go, whatever, and get out of that. But those are things that are controlled by your self identity and dictate why you're getting the results that you're getting. Right? So your self-identity, they really create the habits that you have, where you go, what you participate in, what you avoid, what you wear. And all these habits are really what are helping the narrative that you're putting out into the world that's attracting the men that you're attracting. Now, I say that to you to say that since it's something that you can control, it's something that you can improve on. It's easier to improve yourself than to try to improve other people, because if they're not in a place where they want to improve, not going to happen. Okay? It's not going to happen. But you do want to improve. That's why you're looking at videos like this, because you want to level up your game. You want to get the people in your life that you want in your life. Right? Makes total sense. I'm going to tell you how my identity was shaped. My identity, when in regards to dating, was shaped when I was a teenager. I had boys like me when I was about 12 years old, maybe earlier, but I remember 12 years old. And for the most part, like I got what I wanted. Like I was in grammar school and I was dating the most popular boy in school, and he was really sweet to me. And then he was a year older than me. Then he went to high school and I was still in 8th grade. So I really wasn't dating per se because he pursued me. So I wasn't out looking for boys. Boys were just attracted to me. Okay? So I carried that identity into high school. When I got into high school, that's when there were different opinions about me being shared. Critiques on my body, critiques on how I dressed, critiques on, where I hung out in my after school activities, the things that I was interested in. And all those things, all those critiques began to shape my identity, how I saw myself, because the people who were critiquing me, I actually believed had value. They were people who were popular, attractive, smart, funny, friends, right? These are people that in my mind, mattered. So when they did share these things, I was taking them into consideration. And then what really began to shape my identity was the feedback I was getting from boys who I actually wanted to date. So with that feedback, I began to even further shape my identity. Boys who made fun of my weight because I was plus size at a time in our history where plus size was not considered attractive at all. Any additional body weight was just like not accepted. Right? So that when I received those critiques, I began to really take note of them because they were being reinforced by other people. So it wasn't like just the people at my school. And then once I left school, everybody in the world just was in love with me. They loved how I looked. They loved where I hung out. They loved that I was in sports. You know what I mean? It wasn't like I left school and then it was the world that accepted me, because if that was the case, I could have just isolated it to school and just dealt with that accordingly. But it was everywhere. So these opinions were constantly being reinforced and they began to shape my identity. But the reason why they began to shape my identity was because they were traumas. They were negative feedback from people who I considered to be my equal. But those people looked at me and did not see that. They did not consider me their equal. And I did have friends who told me, don't worry about them. Don't worry about what they have to say. But it's kind of hard to not worry about it when you receive it from every direction. It's hard to ignore it. So when you have such negative feedback coming at you, you begin to avoid places. You begin to feel invisible. So you stop engaging in certain activities. Being ignored, being looked over, being made fun of, not pleasant. And the human brain is designed to where it's meant to keep you away from harm, danger, and pain. So if you encounter those, or think you are about to encounter those, your brain is going to instantly bring up the memory of when you encountered it last. And you're going to be like, oh no. We will not be going there. We will not be engaging in that. Not today or any other day. And that's what happens. So now, instead of you having a self-identity that's outgoing and just, taking things on, just charging into activities and things, you become weary and reluctant and you begin to second guess yourself. That's how my identity was formed. So I went from being a very confident girl in 8th grade to being a girl that began to develop self-doubt by 10th grade. And by the 12th grade, I had mastered how to prevent from getting hurt and pursuing people who were going to hurt me when I tried to date. Because it was constantly reinforced throughout my life, through those high school years. And because it shaped my identity in such a way, it made me look at the world through the lens of a person who's self-identity was developed through trauma. So I began to analyze everything. Every reason someone didn't like me or want to date me, I should say, was because I was overweight. You could tell me it was anything else. And I didn't try to pursue them because I said they would ignore me or be mean to me or whatever because of my weight. So it shaped my opinion of the world. And honestly, that's how self-identity is. Self-identity is created through your beliefs. What you believe about yourself and what you believe about the world. But here's the deal about that. What you've gone through is not your entire self. That's a portion of your identity. That is what's called a core wound. So you could be really strong in certain areas of your identity, of your personal identity, but then you have a big limitation in other areas of your identity. Okay? So you go on in your life and you do all these phenomenal things. You get your degree, right? You take charge of those 4 years and you graduate. Then maybe you go on and get a master's degree. Then you go on into your profession. You negotiate a salary. You get a decent salary. You move into your own apartment. You live on your own. You budget your money. You buy your car. You travel to other states and other countries, sometimes alone. You do all these things. You do all these amazing things. But those accomplishments don't translate over into your dating ability. You don't see yourself as a winner in your dating world. What needs to be said is, I have been able to achieve this, this, and this. I know that I can achieve the same thing in my love life. But instead of saying that, you go all the way back to the guy who was rude to you when you were 15 years old. You go all the way back there. And you bring that all the way back up here. And you're not even that person anymore. When you go on to achieve great things, when you learn new things, it's called personal growth. You have grown as a person. You have grown as a person. So you're not even that same girl. But you will be if you continue to act like her. Okay? So that's one thing. It's your self-identity is how you see yourself. 2, how you see the world. Okay? Your self-identity is shaped by how you were taught to see the world. I was taught to see the world as the world was not accepting to a plus-size woman, so I would always have to fight. Guys only liked thin, thin, thin girls. That's what I was taught to see the world. However, we all know that other people do things differently, right? People do a lot of things differently than what we were raised to do. Some people were raised to cook and do the dishes while they cook. Some people do the dishes after they eat. Some people do the dishes the entire next day. Doesn't make them right or wrong. It's how they do things. They do things differently. That's what I had to learn. The world is different. Not everyone has that same perspective on the world. So, not only did I have to learn that guys like plus size women, there were guys, regular guys, attractive guys that I would be attracted to that actually liked a woman of my size. I had to understand that not everyone raised their children the same. So it wasn't so much I had to learn that guys liked women my size. I had to learn that the guys who were criticizing me didn't have guidance. They didn't have a lot of guidance at home. No one really taught them that you want to limit the amount of TV that you are taking in, because TV shapes your opinion. Media shapes your opinion of the world. Video games shape your opinion of the world. I didn't realize that other people teach their children to be accepting of all people and teach their children that television is not necessarily the real world. That actually taught their children how to date and how to treat women. That people had parents who really got involved in their children's lives. But that wasn't common in the world I was in. So I went out into the world thinking that the whole world worked the way I was taught. Not true. Not true. So I had to expand my thinking. And once I did, I was able to accept myself more. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Take a look at what you were taught about the world and then put it in the perspective of an adult. Who are the people that really judged you? Where are they now? How do you see those people now that you're an adult? And you see how your values have really shaped your life. And think about those people. We do things differently when we become adults. What we value changes, but what really happens is that we are able to put things in perspective of an adult and what really, really matters. So the trauma that you experienced as a child in regards to how you saw yourself is one that you really are able to put into perspective to help heal and change that. Of course you have value. Of course you are beautiful. Of course people see you. But if you keep bringing forth that wounded version of who you were, that's who people are always going to see. They're not going to see the beautiful, intelligent, vibrant person that you are. They're only going to see what you show them. And when they see you, they already shape an opinion of you. So it's very likely that they see you in a way that you don't see yourself. They already see you as this beautiful person that is actually an option. But if you start behaving as someone who does not deserve the love that they have waiting to give you, then they will not give it to you. And that's why sitting down and taking inventory of how you identify yourself, because we all see ourselves when we think about who we are as a person. We never say the negative. We say, I'm strong, I'm this, I'm that, everything positive, but we never say, I'm scared, I'm withdrawn, I'm depressed, I'm taking what I can get. We never say that. But it shows when you look at some of these options that we accept in our dating lives. But everything you want in this world, especially the men that you want, are here and available to you the minute that you change and level up your self-identity. And what I've included below is my class. It's called Satisfied: How to Attract the Man You Want and Get the Respect You Deserve. Go ahead and click on that link. Take a look at the description of the class. It is open for enrollment. I am here if you have any questions about the class. It is a self-directed class, and it tells you how you can how you can improve your self-identity, and along with a lot of other information on how to attract the men you want. It's very detailed, and it will get you the results you have been looking for so long. So please, again, leave comments below, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time.